Welcome. I am so glad you're here. If you aren't familiar with me or Pink Lemonade Company, let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Kelly Mitchell, and I'm the owner and designer at Pink Lemonade Company. I started my business in 2011 and offer boutique graphics to business owners and personal users alike, as well as e-courses on design such as Photoshop and Fabulous. We launched it at the end of last year, and it's really skyrocketed, and it has been a ton of fun. But enough about me, let's get on with it. In this video, we will cover some really good info and answer some questions such as what can you do in Photoshop? This is probably one of the biggest questions I get, and if you're new to digital design, I'm going to answer that for you today. We will also look at some of my favorite design projects, and I'm going to show you how I took an on-screen design and turned it into a physical product. Like, this is so fun. I love this part of it. And then I'm going to give you an over-the-shoulder glimpse of me working in Photoshop with one of my favorite tools. I haven't done this outside of the Photoshop and Fabulous course, so I'm excited to share this with you today. And finally, I'm going to show you where you can get Photoshop for less than $10 a month. This is another thing, I get, I want to get Photoshop. I can't find it on the website where they're offering for $10 a month, so I'm going to show you exactly where that is on the website so you can get started with it. If you're thinking of starting a design business, have a business already, whatever the situation is, I highly recommend you invest in yourself and your business by learning and using Photoshop because it is so versatile, it's reliable, it's intuitive, and it's just plain fun. I'm a big proponent of creating and what it does for the soul, so if you aren't in the business world but you love to create, I encourage you to get Photoshop also. Okay, let's jump into looking at what you can do with Photoshop. In this first project, I created a custom canvas for my home using Photoshop. I set up a file in Photoshop at 11 by 14 inches at 300 dpi. I actually ordered this particular canvas because of an ad I saw on Facebook from Canvas on Demand. They were offering a free 11 by 14 canvas. I have purchased canvases from this company before, so I decided to create and order a new canvas for my living room. Now, I will tell you, if you see this offer on Facebook, it's great and they ship quick. However, they do jack the shipping costs up to around $20. So essentially, it's not a free canvas, but I was pleased with their quality on my previous orders, so I didn't mind paying $20 for a canvas when that included shipping. I love to design t-shirts, and I wanted a t-shirt with my branding on it, so I created a t-shirt design file in Photoshop. Now, normally, I create my shirt design files at around 10 by 12 inches at 300 dpi, but on this design it was just going to go across the chest part of the shirt, so I set my file up at 6 by 12 inches. Once my design was finished, I uploaded it to Printful. I've ordered many shirts from them in the past and loved their quality and customer service, so I just went through them for this shirt. They offer DTG printing, sublimation, screen printing, so you have a variety of printing types that you can use through Printful. And then they also have a variety of different products. Like I ordered this design on a mug as well, so I can look all cute drinking my coffee in my matching mug and matching t-shirt. And here you can see the finished product of my new favorite work shirt. Another great tool that I use Photoshop for is my social media graphics, including branding that I want on my social media. Facebook cover images are essential for a business page. I like to change mine out depending on what is going on in my business. Plus, they're just fun to create, so I like to make new ones often. To create the file for the cover image, I set my file to 851 by 315 pixels at 72 dpi since we're using it online. Once I've finished the file, I hop on over to my Facebook business page and click on the cover image area so I can upload the file. Speaking of Facebook, if you want to find PLC on Facebook, just go over to facebook.com/Pink Lemonade Company. I also have a free group of over 1,500 creative women. It is a great community of creatives, and I would love for you to join us if you aren't already in the group. There are seriously so many things you can do with Photoshop, like website graphics, business marketing, business cards, your logo, social media graphics, Etsy shop graphics, thank you cards. Like the list is just endless. It really is. Just add in your imagination. You can also do like these funky can coolers. My daughter and I recently created a course on showing how to do those, and they're so much fun. Also, another idea is if you're not really sure what you can create, go to Etsy. Like, it's always a great place to see what people are, creating. Type in printables. and just go through the list. Every single thing on this list, it can be created in Photoshop, and it probably was created in Photoshop. Like, there's just so much stuff. You could just, you know, search endlessly. Another idea is if you go up to printables and pull that drop down menu, you can see, you know, wall art, or there's wedding invitations. And wall art is it's so fun to create. It's so fun to sell. It's easy to sell. It's you know, they print it out at home, pop it into a frame, and they have instant art. Look at that list. Is just, you know, a lot of things you can do. Now you're going to get an over-the-shoulder look at how I use one of my favorite tools in Photoshop, the color replacement tool. This is a fantastic tool. It's one of my favorites. One of the benefits and the beauty of this tool is it can make your graphics collection grow like crazy. For example, members of PLC Creative Living, which is my graphics membership site, can log into their account, grab a graphic, and then I will show you how in Photoshop you can make it a completely new graphic. Now, before I do this, please understand, you cannot do this to every graphic you own. There are always usage terms attached to any graphic. So you need to check with the terms of a particular graphic, as altering it may be against the terms of use. With my graphics in Creative Living, you're welcome to change the graphics to any color or use them basically however you want, aside for selling as your own. I try to keep it really light and simple in there so as not to stifle your creativity. Okay, let's get into this. I'm going to pull a graphic out of Creative Living, and then we're going to change it up. Okay, so here's the pink frame that we are going to make turquoise, okay? Hold on, let me set this up. All right, so here's this frame, and say I want to make it turquoise instead of pink. I go over here to the color replacement tool, and you're gonna find this under the brush tools. Go down to color replacement, and just start coloring over it with your mouse or your pen tablet. Which is just so cool, because, you know, then I have a whole new graphic. I mean, I could make this any color I wanted, and so what I paid for this one little graphic, you know, if I know how to use Photoshop and I know how to use the color replacement tool, then I just open myself up to a whole new set of graphics. Now again, like I mentioned, the terms of use really depend on the graphic creator and the, you know, the licensing and all that, so be sure and check with that. But in Creative Living, like if you're a member of that, feel free to change the graphics to any color you want. I really love that this tool exists. There, look at that. So we have, you know, a brand new graphic, and now we can go create something beautiful with that. Now this is just a little snippet of what you can learn in Photoshop and Fabulous, okay? Like obviously I'm not going to put the whole course in here, but this will give you an idea of how we work within Photoshop and what we do. It is all for digital graphics. It has nothing to do with photography. And let me also mention that if you're a member of PLC Creative Living, the graphic membership site, you are eligible as a member benefit that you get 40% off of Photoshop and Fabulous. So when you become a member of the Creative Living site, you get a list of discounts, and one of the discounts that comes with membership is that you get 40% off the Photoshop and Fabulous course, where we go over, you know, how to use Photoshop for digital graphics. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And let's see, let's look at how you get Photoshop now. All right, in this section, I'm going to show you where to get the Photoshop program for $9.99 a month. I think it's $10.81, I think, with tax. It's kind of hidden because they do want you to buy a higher plan. So I'm going to show you this. If you go to adobe.com and you click on individuals, and it's going to take you to another page, and you can either choose a plan or you can do a free trial. I think they used to offer a 30-day trial. I think they only do 7 days now, but still, you know, that's enough to figure out if you want it. I mean, it's good. I mean, I don't know. I recommend it. So anyway, go back to choose plan. And right here, the photography one, of course, if you're using it for digital graphics, you're not using it for photography so much. But the $9.99 a month comes with Lightroom, Lightroom Classic, Photoshop, and I think maybe it has elements in it. But you know what? All you're going to want to use off this, unless you are using photography, is the Photoshop. This comes with the 20 gigabytes of cloud storage. I don't use that. I use Dropbox. But this is the one I use right here for the $9.99 a month. So that is where you can find it. Just go to plans and then choose the plan. And if you are, my son, he is a student, obviously, and he gets all the apps for $20 a month. So if you're a student or teacher, definitely take advantage of that. Okay? So that'll get you started. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you're ready to up-level your design skills, learn more about Photoshop, learn some tried and true secrets to run an online business, and take your business to new heights, don't miss out on our newest course, Design Business in a Box. Last year, we opened Photoshop and Fabulous, which was a favorite for many students. But this year, we have amped it up even more, taking it to a whole new level in the new course. I'm giving out more design tricks in Photoshop. I'm sharing with you the exact formula I use to take my own design business from making just above $0 annually to bringing in a nice six-figure salary. In Design Business in a Box, you'll get Photoshop and Fabulous 1.0, and then we're going to add in Photoshop Fabulous 2.0. We'll also go over the necessary components of running an online business. We're going to talk about marketing and increasing your visibility and reach, which will add to more sales. We're going to dive into the importance of email marketing. We're going to talk about how to harness the power of social media and where to sell your products for the most impact. We'll also talk about how to get into the right mindset, which is so crucial for a successful business owner. In this new course, we're going to offer so much one-on-one help. It's going to be incredible. We didn't do this with Photoshop 1.0, and so I'm so excited about this. When you join the course, you will also get access to our private Facebook group, and you will get to be in on 6 group calls where you get all the help you need. We also have some fantastic guest speakers lined up, as well as some amazing bonuses too. I would love for you to join us. If you aren't in the Facebook group or on the email list currently, make sure to get there so you will know right when the doors open for Design Business in a Box. I look forward to seeing you there.